Guess what month it is? It's June. But aside from June, it is also Pride Month. I think the saddest thing is being like a gay man. This is the only Pride merch that I have. Today's video is going to be about my experiences, my coming out story, and a quick story time about my first Grindr date. Oh, and if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and join the ever-growing family. Hello, welcome. Yeah, okay, let's get started before my camera battery runs out. I honestly don't know where to start. It's kind of weird because, you know, I'm really explaining my life story, but I don't know where to start. From when I thought I was gay, from like the very beginning. Let's start off from there. Growing up as a kid, I always kind of knew like that I was not the most normal kid. I grew up with 6 wonderful sisters and both of my parents, so I don't have mommy daddy issues. I mean, I guess I kind of do, but I don't. I always knew from the very beginning of my life, ever since I started like basically remembering of like, you know, my life. It's kind of funny because my earliest recollection of like not being like the normal like kid, the normal boy I should say, was way back when I was like probably like 3. My paternal grandma was still alive, and she was the one who like pushed this. Walmart, Kmart, you know, those days they used to have like paper ads, and in the Walmart ad, there was a Barbie toy that came with Barbie and like a kid, like a little plastic baby, Ken, and a little prego belly that you could strap onto Barbie. And I begged and begged and begged and I cried to get that toy, but I never got it. And my grandma was like, okay, just go get it. So we went to the store and I got it. And I remember the looks that the cashier gave me. She was just very confused as to why I was picking up a girl toy when I was obviously a little boy. And then I also have a lot of memories of getting video games, like PlayStation 2 games, and I would lie to the cashiers that it's for my sisters. And it's not that I didn't grow up around boys and I didn't do boy things. It was just that I was very comfortable expressing my feminine side. I wasn't different. I didn't think that I was different. I never thought that I was different up until, you know, the recent years. But it was just something that was normal for me to, you know, act feminine because that was all that I knew. I think it was middle school probably was when I kind of came to a realization that I'm not like the other kids around my age. I'm not like my cousins. I'm not like, you know, my friends at school. It all started with clothing. It's like, it was fashion. Yeah, I know, right? The pinnacle point of every gay story is clothing. Great. It was 6th grade and I was dressed up in Rue 21, wore like the graphic tees, like the Elmo graphic tees with like black cargo pants that were baggy somehow. I remember this so well to a T, and my shoes were like high tops, faux leather with the Velcro straps on top, you know, like that. Like those were really popular, and mind you, I'm only 23, so it wasn't that long ago that those are popular. None of my friends really cared about like how they looked, you know, like I was some really fat, pudgy 6th grader, middle schooler. You know, we all have crushes, and I didn't know what being gay was, basically. I just knew that I acted a little different and I acted a little fruity, but there was never really anything that was like, oh yes, I am gay. That's when the internet was really like poppin'. Like we didn't have internet back at my house. We had to go to the library with a library card and, you know, check it out for an hour, and you can't use it past an hour. Yeah, that was my life. I think with the internet, that definitely helped me find my sexuality. And like every other normal person, I sat down and, you know, typed it up, You know, I looked at it and I was like, whoa, I was really into that. And I was like, wait. I cannot be into that because that's not what I was taught growing up. Like I literally cannot. I flip-flopped over and watched straight porn. I was like, you know, I'm not into the girl, but the guy is doing something for me. So as a little teenager, I was like really confused, and I didn't want anybody to know that, you know, I was gay and I gravitated towards men. So I masked that again all the way up until freshman year. I dated my first girlfriend at Harding. Oh gosh. I don't want to think about those. They still show up in my Facebook memories. And it was then that I like flipped back to like liking more of like girls. I like girls only. Like I don't know what gay is. What the fuck? Like being gay, that's not me, you know, like I was that kid in high school. From then on, as you know, you grew up, as I grew up, and as someone does through puberty, you experience more things. You experience, you know, social life. And with social life, it came with dating, and it came with meeting new people, and it came with everything that you can think of under the sun. I think it was around junior year or so, so I was like 16, 17-ish, was when I honestly just really declared my sexuality with a close friend. So I kind of like just came out to my close friends, and I was like, hey, I think I'm gay, I think I like guys, and you know, it's cool, right? And they're like, we knew that. I went off to college, obviously. I went to a local community college because my dumb ass couldn't get accepted to a university, and you know what? That's absolutely fine. I found out about Grindr. Now, Grindr is a gay dating app where you could talk to other gay guys in your surrounding area. Do I have it on my phone right now? Oh my gosh, let me look. I'm embarrassed to show you guys. Oh my gosh, I do. I still have it on my phone. This is Grindr. You see, it's just a bunch of squares of guys and bodies. I started exploring that and I hooked up. All right, I come Chris, so now we can get into my first hookup story. If you're not into the whole sexual talk, go ahead and skip. I tell people this all the time because I'm really open about my sexuality and the things that I've done as a gay man, because sometimes people are just really interested. And from my expertise as a gay man, there's about three different positions that you can assume. So there's the top. You're the one who's technically fucking the person. And then you have versatile. So someone in the middle. You're really in the middle. Let me rephrase this. Sometimes you feel like you want to fuck. And then sometimes you feel like you want to get fucked. And then obviously you have the bottom here. You kind of want to get fucked. And then obviously in between there's little different sectors. There's verse top, there's verse bottom, whatever under the sun, you name it, we don't judge here. So I went to his place after class and it was really sketchy. This was my first time hooking up and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to do. I obviously didn't like prepare myself for anything. I literally came out after class. And then so we made it to his place and we went and he opened the door and it's dirty. Like his apartment is a mess. My anxiety was just really high and it was too late to back out by then. So I couldn't just back out and just be like, hey, I have to go, sorry. We went to his bedroom and he had a dog. The dog was really cute and he had animals. He was an animal lover. As we were like getting into it, the dog was still in the bedroom. And I was like, if we're gonna get down and dirty, the dog has to go. I'm not sucking dick while the dog is looking at me suck dick. And as I was giving him the glug glug 3000 squared, he would breathe. You know, like he's like moaning, exhaling, and like, you know, breath comes out. This dude's breath just reeked. Like it just reeked. Like he needed, you could tell he brushed his teeth, but it wasn't a clean brush and he needed a mouthwash. His balls didn't stink. It was his breath that made me want to gag. And he thought his dick was big and I was gagging on his dick. It was not that. I could tell you that straight up. I left and went home and went to work and it was a good day and I never hooked up ever since. And another story, it's not a hookup, but it was a date from the same app. He was really cute, very tall. He was half Cambodian, half German, and you know, his parents are divorced, so he got mommy daddy issues, and you could tell he had mommy daddy issues, and he was like living that rich, affluent, like Mika people life. He talked for a month, and like I thought this was going somewhere, so we went on a date, and then that day he wore a broken Rolex, which is kind of embarrassing, but you know, I was getting to eat my burger and my fries and whatever. I ate my fries like really shyly. I was like, I don't want to feel like, I don't want to be a fat ass, you know, like whatever. It's our first time meeting, but you know, it didn't go well. I can tell you that straight up. We stopped talking right away because I don't know why, and he still texts me whenever I'm back in town, in my hometown, but I don't know why we stopped talking. Like he was nice, like I thought he was going somewhere, like And then I came to Minnesota. It was when I talked to a couple of guys up here. And let me tell you guys, I don't know about any other highly populated Hmong areas, but up here in Minnesota, there's a lot of Hmong guys that are married with wives and kids on that app. So women, Hmong women, double check your man's apps. If there's a Grindr and if there's a logo like this one, you might want to reconsider and talk to him about that because he's cheating on you. So yeah, that's my timeline life, and then we can talk about my... So I actually I never had a chance to come out to my parents. I never got a chance to sit down with them and to ask them and to talk to them about, you know, my sexuality and about, you know, like hello, like I don't like women. I mean, I like women, but not sexually. And I never got a chance to do that because someone else did it for me. I'm over this. I want to put this, I'm over it. I'm sure they didn't mean to do this, but they did it. My mom gets a call from the relative and he's asking how we are, but the thing is, he never calls. He never calls, and he asked my parents, like, did you know that your son is gay? Like, my kids told me. And my mom's like, oh, well, it's just a phase, you know, whatever. They're probably just joking. It's a game. They literally said it was because the way my bed was, and that's why I was gay, because my bed was turned a certain way and like feng shui or whatever wasn't right. I don't know. Don't ask me. Honestly, I was really hurt, and I just couldn't believe that someone who's as open as they are said that about me to someone. Then they knew that I wasn't ready to tell my own parents, let alone tell elders about my sexuality. A couple of days pass, and my mom questions me again, and you know, I tell her the same thing, like, it's nothing. And she goes, but you really have to tell me. You literally cannot lie to me. She literally said, I'm your mom. You literally cannot lie. So what did I do? I literally could not lie. And I broke down in tears, and we went at it for like 2 hours or so. And so yeah, y'all like this white liner? I love this combination. It looks so good. Okay, back to the story of my experience. We're very tear-jerking on both ends, but mainly my end, because I felt attacked and I felt defeated. I said to my mom, particularly because my dad, I know that it really affected him too. You know, I'm the only son, so it feels bad that he has to deal with me not being, you know, the ideal son, the ideal Hmong son. And he was already in bed, but you know, it's a small house, so we could all hear each other. I quote, this is what I told my mom, I quote, it's not like wearing a shirt where I could take it off and wear a new one and I'm a different person. Even if I take off the shirt and mask myself, I'm still the same person on the inside. And it doesn't work like that, and I wish it did, because if it did, I wouldn't choose this route. My mom was like, well, she basically told me to just mask it as well as I can. And you know, like, you really can't mask something that you are. After that happened, it was like 1 in the morning, and I was still bawling my eyes out because, bitch, I was sad, of course. Who wouldn't be sad? And so I went, and I took like 20 or so ibuprofens. I downed like half a bottle of Captain Morgan. So to this day, I cannot drink Captain Morgan. I downed that hoping to, you know, just commit suicide and just forget all about it and just let everybody else deal with it, because I was over it and I didn't want to deal with it. So I was a coward. I'm gonna call myself a coward. And I decided to take the easy way out. And I went to bed. I was sad, listening to sad music, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go listen to some really good sad music. So that's exactly what I did. Fortunately, I'm very, very fortunate that nothing happened. I didn't get sick. I didn't pass, obviously, because I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here, and I woke up with just a really bad migraine because of the medicine and all the alcohol that I downed in less than like 5 minutes. It's just not okay. I don't care what the situation is. It's never okay to put people on the spot like that. And I am one of the grateful ones that have survived the ordeal, because I know a lot of my brothers and sisters out there that are probably in the same boat as I was. They are not so lucky with, you know, what they choose to do with themselves. And So I'm proud. It's a stepping stone for me, and I'm here today to tell my survival story. I don't talk to that relative anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my other eye, you guys, because this took so long. Yeah, let's take a hot minute. I am back and finished with my whole face. Okay, from far away, this little rainbow moment, it doesn't look good. But up close, y'all, haters where? Homophobia where? I can't see because my lash is thick and I'm flying away from the homophobia. Let's wrap this up. What do I hope for the future for myself as a gay Hmong male and other people like me? I honestly don't hope for much. I live my life day by day, and I kind of just want to be appreciated.
I want to be appreciated. I want to be appreciated.
Yeah, I kind of do. I want to be validated. I don't really hope much for myself. I just hope that I live a happy life, and I hope that everybody else lives a happy life. And to those watching who are in the closet or were in my position or in a different position, have hope. That's all I could say. And be strong. Because a lot of people are rude, and the least you could do is try to be yourself. And don't ever change for anybody else. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, you guys. There's not much to this video, and I hope you guys get a little bit more insight on me. Happy Pride. Try to be nice to everyone. And I'm gonna list my social media right here, hopefully. And go ahead and follow me and give me a suggestion down below for next month's video. Because girl, I did not pay for a $70 editing program to not make videos. So give me more things to talk about for next month, and I will see you guys next month. Peace out.